Alrighty, guys, week 1 is in the books. Week 0 is in the books. A lot of interesting results already. And before we break down this matchup, I will advise you to go watch our Wednesday show on YouTube. We broke down 6 other games there, predictions, in-depth game content, whatever you want. Go watch it. But when you ask why college football is better than the NFL, look no further than an in-state matchup between the Florida Gators and the USF Bulls. There's so much to tackle here. We'll start with the coaching matchup. Alex Golesh, who's a Josh Heupel disciple. He's won 2 bowl games in his first 2 seasons for USF, including that 5-overtime thriller against San Jose State last year, one of the best bowl games in recent memory. But he's got things rolling at USF this year. A 34-7 dominant victory over Boise State. The defensive line was incredible. Josh Salazar, the linebacker Mac Harris, provided a lot of pressure up front. And now I know Boise State was missing Ashton Jeanty in the run game, but the USF defense was in the backfield almost every play against Maddox Madsen, it felt like, and forced him into a lot of bad decisions and accuracy. The USF defensive backs, they're long, they're athletic, they're lengthy. They're going to provide a lot of problems for these Florida wide receivers who really didn't see much last week with Long Island. It was more of a scrimmage than a regular season game. On the offense side of the ball, I'm not completely sold on Byron Brown's accuracy yet, but he makes up for it in the running game. A big physical runner, explosive, can score on almost any run. You feel like he's going to take it to the house every time he carries the ball. He needs to stay healthy though, and these Florida DBs and these Florida linebackers are going to be hunting for him. They're going to be hitting him hard. It's going to be a physical game, but he does have Chaz Nimrod and Keyshawn Singleton at the wideout position. Both had key catches and really explosive plays last week, which I wasn't expecting. USF surprised me in that 34-7 dominant victory over Boise State. When looking at Florida, they have the best player on the field, DJ Lagway, obviously, and Billy Napier. He needed it because the Florida fan base is behind him right now, but they weren't early last year. They were calling for his firing early last year. He's changed a lot of minds. They look much improved, and Florida fans really feel like this could be their year. He's paired with Jaden Bogg in the backfield, over 100 yards last week, and he's a really explosive runner, a physical runner, can get downhill, can cut, make jump cuts, just a really great player. J. Michael Sturdivant, the UCLA transfer at wide receiver, and we all saw what Vernell Brown did last week, that Odell Beckham-esque catch from the freshman. But with Florida, you got to look at the defensive side of the ball as well. Caleb Banks, the Louisville transfer, get to the quarterback in a hurry, 4.5 sacks last year, and Tyreek Sapp, a big run stopper up front. Cormani McClain in the secondary. He's one of the best defensive backs in the SEC, if not the country. I really expect him to cause a lot of problems. This Florida defense cause a lot of problems for the USF offense, who can struggle at times and be very stagnant at times. 17.5-point spread. We've seen USF play up to their opponents against Alabama and Miami. I expect this game to go 34-23 Gators in a close one.